Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III Tours and Tournaments. Alright, so in today's episode we're going to be starting with this hunt that we left off with in the previous video. Before we do, I did want to mention one thing. So when it comes to educating our son and heir, you know, we're not really the best character to be doing this because he's a diplomacy focused, so therefore the most important values are diplomacy and learning for the educator. And our learning's all right. It's not bad. It could be worse. But obviously diplomacy, we're absolute garbage at. But one thing to consider when it comes to your heir is that, you know, the traits. The traits that they're going to get are generally controlled by whoever is the one that's tutoring them. You know, the one's the guardian of them. So I feel like with the heir, if we want to be able to pick our traits, in a role play, that's obviously incredibly important, which traits you're getting. So if we want to be able to pick our traits, then we do need to have ourselves as the guardian. Doesn't mean we'll always do it, but in this case, we'll definitely do it. We'll keep them as keep ourselves as the guardian. Now, those events will be firing soon, and as they do, and we got our regent, our brother here. I did want to mention that the way I do that, since we're talking about this matter, is rather than have our character, you know, basically say what makes the most sense for his traits, because what ends up happening if you do that, you end up getting, you know, a character who has the exact same traits, because obviously your character would encourage your son to be like him. So, you know, if your character is really brave, then you're going to want your son to be brave, and you're going to go with the option that results in your son being brave, and that's not exactly fun if you always end up getting the same traits with each character. And so that's one of the few times where roleplay doesn't really matter that much, is when we're picking the traits of our son, of our heir, simply so that you don't result with the same character over and over again. It is nice sometimes to have something, you know, quite a bit different, you know, when you take over a new character. All right, so we've made camp. We're at the hunt. Now I did not select a purpose here. We could attempt to murder the count. That'd always be an option. Is this him? That seems like that's somebody else. King Philip here? Looks like King Philip's going to be here. Count Robert IV, the Honest. That's his name. I couldn't remember. I wonder if that's not why he invited us, but maybe it's just because we're a neighbor. We took that title from him, but he doesn't seem to be that salty about it. So maybe I should drop it. We could also try and assassinate the king. That would be an option. Let's go through here and see if there's anybody I would want to murder. Unfortunately, we can't focus on killing the beast. Slay the beast is not here for some reason. We could attempt to befriend the king, or just any other one of these vassals here. There's no dukes that are attending, just counts. Looks like it. And also, the king is not an option here. So yeah, we could just attempt to befriend one of these counts here, that are vassals of the king, like Anjou would be an option. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Let me just take a look at who might be a good person for us to. Obviously, you got Bourbon. It's not that far away. Could attempt to befriend him. So there's Anjou up there. He still has, well, he still has his daughter as the heir, so he never did have a son, but she is already married, or betrothed, I should say, to an old man. Wow, so that's who he betrothed, huh? Interesting. So he could end up dying before she comes of age. I don't know, though, because remember, he's the one that's going to live for a long time. Very interesting. So we could betroth her to our son, which makes sense because they're right next to each other. His territory is right next to hers. We still haven't arranged a marriage for her son yet. Although, now that he is in another court here, we might not be able to do that. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to arrange the marriage for him, since he's, you know, his own ruler at this point. So yeah, we can't arrange a marriage for him. That's a shame. We can only, yeah, that's a real bummer. We can only just arrange a marriage with somebody who's in our own court. All right, so that's not It's not optimal. We knew he was going to take over here. I should have arranged a marriage for him before he left. That would have been wise. So now he'll do his own marriage, and it'll probably be a bad one. We can expect the AI will do a silly one there. So yeah, we could attempt to do our other son, though. That would be an option as well, and then he would, this would put our dynasty over there. So that'd always be an option. Let me just see here. He's got a lot of sons here. Yeah, just looking at the future, guys. Determining what we want to do. Yeah, I'm thinking that would be a good option. So befriending him to make that go smoother, or to arrange marriage with one of the younger daughters, would be wise. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys. We're going to befriend him. Anjou. And we can either kill this guy. He did go against us in that war, and that played a role in us losing. He had a lot of troops. We would have had a better chance of winning if he hadn't gone against us. Now, we can do two schemes. We have that ability at this point. He's going to eventually die. He's so old. He's called the Old. He's going to eventually die, but who knows how long that'll take. Maybe we should befriend this character first before we go assassinating him. So yeah, let's go ahead and befriend Anjou. And having a fellow vassal here as a friend would be helpful anyway. And of course, this is all with the assumption that we're actually going to be successful. We might not be. So that's what we're going to work on for this hunt. Since we can't attempt to slay the beast, we'll still get the experience. We just won't likely be the one who gets the kill. Not entirely sure why we can't slay the beast. Or even try to. Maybe because it's not in our realm. Yeah, perhaps that's it. Because I know whenever I do it, I can slay the beast. But also when my vassals are the one inviting me, the slay the beast option's open. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen it when it's in other realms, outside of your territory here. So he says he was not able to find any secrets. Let me see, how much time do we have left? 12 months, that's plenty of time to look for another one. Or look again, I should say. And see if he can be successful this time. So ready to get this started. Success chance is currently 40%. So the mayor shared some knowledge here, increasing our hunter trait experience. Waiting for word from the scent hounds, the party rests in a shaded copse. Jeffrey stands not far off. This is my chance to impress him. Count Jeffrey, how are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk, I open informally. He seems surprised but not hostile to my conversation. So you can say there's nothing better than a good hunt. This is appealing to his active side, so if we want to be successful here, we should be looking at his character. He's chase, lazy, so he's not active. Arbitrary. Nothing here really all that high. Looks like stewardship is the highest. He's a hunter and architect. Alright, so probably not the best way to go since he's lazy. We can say to tame and fly a hawk is to truly live. We got that hawk and we never used that. I don't know if we still have. Nah, we don't have him anymore. So that's unfortunate. But this appeals to his social side, and we can do this because we have the hunter trait. I mean, it's better than the active side. We say I do pity the poor animals at times. That's the compassionate side. Yeah, probably not. It's going to go with that one. I would rather be doing something useful, of course, or applying to his diligent side. And we'll gain 18 stress because we're a hunter. We are diligent, but we're out here hunting. This is, I suppose, is not our job as a ruler, but it's important. We're appealed to his stewarding side. Well, I feel like maybe, he's not. Yeah, maybe this is the way to go. Because that's what he has the highest skill in, and none of these traits are. Yeah, we'll go with that one. A well-managed force spills forth with God's gifts. Let's see if we can be successful here. And my words don't seem to have much of an impact on Count Jeffrey, for he quickly loses interest, clearly not minded for management. He's not minded for anything, really. Standing alone after he has moved on to chat with others, I feel foolish. Well done, Guilhem. Tracking hawk. So we have a hawk now? I guess we're hawking. That's what it seems like. Okay, so we're going to gain points in the falconeer trait. So we don't actually have one, but that just gives you a boost to your chance of being successful on these type of hunts. So my hawk has completely disappeared from view, and looking all around the landscape, I see nothing. Then I hear it screeching out for me, and I find it perched with blood dripping from its talons, though there is no sign of any beast nearby. Clearly my hawk has recently gotten into a fight with something too big for it to take on by itself, and it must be nearby. So this slightly increases the hunter trait experience. We lose 10 stress. We don't have any stress. And then it's the learning stewardship challenge. We have a 37% chance of increasing the success chance, while it's only 62%. Well, it's a 62% chance that we only increase it slightly. By the way, the success chance goes up. It looks like, yeah, we did it slightly, so it's 1.7% or something like that. I don't know where it's at. It was 40%, somewhere around there. Point is, we didn't increase it by much. Count Robert's game master signaled the party to hush. We've arrived at the release spot. From our vantage point, we can see several speckled pheasants strutting about the tall grass ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. And Count Jourdain has converted culture. Yeah, I guess he is from the north up there. And our son did learn the language I wanted him to do. All right, excellent. I was planning on doing that. Anyways, our wife is doing a great job over there. As his regent. Two in the bush. I watch excitedly as my hawk identifies a target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The pheasants are none the wiser as my hawk scans the ground from high above. Time and again, my hawk swoops in for a kill but misses, retreats, or only grazes its target. After hours of attempts, the game has all but disappeared, the hawk is near exhausted, and the light is fading. Alright, so we failed the hunt. And we're also going to fail our intent to befriend the Count. We did get 5 experience for Falconeer, so not much. So everything that could go wrong seemed to, and we've read this before. Point is, we fell. And we didn't get much experience either, so that's unfortunate. Largely kind of a waste of time. Because yeah, we weren't successful in our attempts to befriend the Count either. Unfortunately. Could go ahead and arrange the marriage for the younger daughters. I think we should wait to see how they do, education-wise, because either of them would be a good match for our own son. The younger one, of course, is who I mean. So I believe we've seen, yeah, this event here, the middleman. And so we can do the same option we did before, or we can go with this one, as he might be a better knight. He's got a prowess of 10. He's okay. I don't know how our knights currently look. Let's see what our lowest level knight is. It seems that this is the lowest level one, 10, so he might not even serve as a knight for us. He's not really good at anything else either. We're not going to leave him to his fate. So yeah, we'll do this one, get the money and the weak hook. And again, we have the tempting fruit, but this time it's different words. Last time we were like worried about it being poisoned, now we're just taking it from him just because he's putting everything in his mouth. Yeah, I don't feel like our character would say that. We wouldn't care in that sense. Yeah, we'll just do it this one this time. And of course, it causes the painful stomach ache. And with that option, you know, I haven't seen it not go that route. So he's probably not a knight anymore because he wasn't, I don't think he was that great anyways. I'm not sure. But yeah, he lost some prowess from that. So bitten by frost. So this is another event we've already seen. Valoran's with us, so we can have him treat. Which character is this? Our caravan master. It looks like is the one that's dealing with the frostbite. Could go with this option. 59% chance we'd be successful. We are brave. We're not stupid either, though. I mean, it's almost the same chance as the doctor. I suppose that's fitting. Doctors weren't great at this time. They actually did more damage to their patients than they helped, generally. I mean, you would put the doctor on him, right? And he didn't do worse, I suppose. It just remains unchanged. So we do have some money here. That's what we're waiting on. So we can switch this out. Because, you know, the bonus here, I mean, you're getting the levies. That's helpful, but it's not helping the heavy infantry. You know, the bonus to the archers and skirmishers. Now you are getting the reduced cost for hosting grand tournaments, but a lot of these do that anyways. And that's just for the archery contest. So yeah, I think we'd want to change this one out to something a little bit more useful, either to the stationed, heavy infantry that we currently have, or something that generates some money. So we could do the cattle pastures. We could do the hunting grounds as well. The stables, I think we'll build that somewhere else so that we'll get that light cab bonus. Could do the blacksmith so that your men-at-arms will get the higher damage there. Yeah, that would make sense. And then you get the holding taxes and the knight effectiveness. And this is for the duel contest. So yeah, we could do the blacksmith, and that one's cheaper as well. So basically either that one or the cattle pastures would be the one that makes the most sense. Does this one generate any... It doesn't generate levies though, so we're actually reducing the size of our army. Now levies aren't great, of course, so that's something to consider. I think we're going to go with the blacksmiths, guys. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let's get that. We're going to change it out. Obviously, changing building out is not as useful as constructing a new one. But I wanted to get that done since it is our capital. So I think it's important. And then next we'd build... And we're not going to do no holding right now. But next we'd fill out this building slot. And I think what we'd do is... Because we're not getting any particular bonuses just yet. So I think what we'd end up doing for this one... Doesn't this one have the hunting one? It does, and it's better. So eventually you might want to change that one out. But for now, I think we'd get the stables here. The stables have a lot of bonuses. It's pretty useful to have. So yeah, we'll get the stables there next. How much was that? Is it 150? Just take a look real quick so you know how much we have to save up for. Yes, 150. So we got in this event before, the ant path one. It's kind of silly. So many trivial events that you got to go through. But yeah, we can say fine, we'll find another path. Or this is nonsense, I'll take over as guide. Only 49% chance of success. It is pretty silly. And yeah, I don't know that we're exactly a superstitious character, and that's the route we went last time. Though we could end up forming a rivalry with him, but yeah, it's silly. I mean, we're just trying to get home, we're diligent. We're brave, I mean, this is dumb. So yeah, we'll go with this one. And he's become a rival. Okay, so we probably don't want him to be our caravan master anymore. We were successful though. We're a pretty good, competent guide, so we got some prestige there. Then we've gotten this event as well with the duck. We can follow it this time if we wanted to, or just take the good omen for the stress loss. Yeah, we're not gonna go run off on a duck chase. All right, so we ride back home, and of course we can't have this guy as caravan master anymore. He's our rival. You know, it's just a bad position. Oh, he's got severe frostbite. He's very superstitious. Maybe that's why we were getting that event. We could challenge him to a fight, and he would accept. And we're a brave character. Yeah, we got into this big old argument on the road. He called us all sorts of names. Called us a bad Christian. Insulted us. And so now we're going to challenge him to a non-lethal single combat duel. We haven't done any duels yet. So this will be fun. Alright, so of course our regency ended. And now we're going to do this single combat duel. So for brief moments, Alberic and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I lift my mace, so we're carrying a mace here, ready to defend myself while he clutches his sword firmly to hand. This fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. "Pieces, innocent scum," screams my opponent, whirling his sword fearlessly at and around and near me. So we say, let's see how you like a sculling, and headbutt him. Medium chance of success there, high chance of injury. He did the high chance of success, very high chance of injury. Attack first, attack hard and guard, and do the lightning assault, very high chance of success, high risk of injury. We lose stress because we're diligent. Or we can just mock him instead. Let's go with this one. I think that makes the most sense. And also the one that's most likely to result in us winning this. But I love when you're battling, particularly when you're doing the tournaments, is how you put on these outfits that have your coat of arms on them. Well, that's really nice. Nice addition to the game. Putting all my strength into my first strike, I leap straight for Albrecht, lifting my mace high into a crushing thwack that sends him reeling. Spotting an opportunity, Albrecht lunges forward and headbutts me, hard in the face. I reel backwards, wrong-footed. My form is good, with only small errors. Albrecht's stance is a disaster. Now, I never did take a look at her prowess when I did this. I just did it, but his prowess isn't great. Although it looks like he's getting a -4 from the actual battle here. So yeah, I don't know if it it says base 6. It might not be taking that away. Because yeah, I think we're normally 12, so I don't think it actually is taking it away. That's just for this battle here. It's like a temporary thing. So my opponent is still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. So he has gotten the medium chance of success. So we say maybe if I wait, he'll trip on his sword. I don't think we're really the waiting type. That's a low chance of success. Let's see how you like a sculling, so we can headbutt him back. Medium chance of success. Or we can instead just taunt him. Again, not really the taunting type. Let's just headbutt him in the face. He headbutted us. Let's headbutt him back. So, batting aside Albrecht's sword for a crucial instant, I step inside his guard and bring my skull down on his with a sickening crunch. Albrecht tries hesitantly to launch a rapid thump at me, but the blow is easily swatted away. My form is decent, with some lapses, and Albrecht's stance is a disaster. My opponent is still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. So when it comes to headbutting, if you're ever in a fight, headbutting is not something that you just want to do. You headbutt somebody if you have to, because generally you're going to hurt yourself just as much as you hurt them, because it's difficult to hit them the right way, from the harder part of your head, and even if you do, it hurts. So it's not really a tactic you generally want to use, coming from somebody who's headbutted a few people in my life. It's generally not one you want to use unless it's out of necessity. You're for instance, they got you gripped up and you can't hit them, crushing you or something, and that's your only choice. Otherwise, don't headbutt people. It's generally not good for you. It's better to just hit them with your fist, or in this case with our mace. So maybe if I wait, he'll trip on a sword. We can do that one. We can say our words, but that's always fun. That's a high chance of success. Love, friendship, and family. I feel like that's one we gotta go with, right? Yeah, let's do that one. And we've achieved victory. Roaring my defiance, I throw myself wholeheartedly into a bevy of crushing thwacks, raining blow after blow down on my opponent. Predictably, it's not long before I force Albrecht to his knees, and from there it's just one long, lazy swing to bring my mace's head up to his throat. The yield comes the second the cold metal touches his neck. Although you don't really put a mace to somebody's neck, right? It's not like you're going to cut their throat. So the result is we win it. He's wounded. So, we done the duel, but that doesn't solve the situation. That was just solving our temporary argument here. He knows we're the better man. I feel like he's not welcome in our court anymore, though. I mean, he fought well, so I don't think we're just going to murder him. But yeah, we definitely want to dismiss him. So let's go ahead and get rid of him. And we don't need a caravan master right now. We'll hire one next time we go out again. So we lost some stress, but again, we didn't have any stress, so. The character's been pretty good at avoiding stress throughout his life. Well, we have not had a lot of stressful issues. We had in the beginning, we had some stress there. But yeah, since then, no problems. And I'm talking smack, and our friend just died. The count here, unfortunately, died, and now we got stress. All right, so I don't think we have any decisions for stress reduction. Introduce a new fashion at court. That increases your prestige if you're successful. I don't really know if our character cares much about fashion, though. Alright, so was he able to find one? No, so we gotta do the strong hook with the money. Who is this character? Is he even useful? Nah, just a courtier. He's probably not even useful. We'll just boost the opinion instead. So I mean, we're at 46% for murdering him. And I'm not willing. It's 5 months. How long for the next secret to be discovered? 7 months. So we could just support the scheme, see how much that boosted. Our Spy Master's not great. Yeah, he's not great. Seems like a lot of our counselors aren't all that good. Well, that's what happens when you do the, or you know, keep the powerful vassals in place. But yeah, we can take a look and see how much this went up by. It's now 53%. I mean, it's 50-50, right? Maybe we'll attempt it. See how lucky we get. We could also wait, something on how far away we are. Looks like we're kind of far away from this. I was going to say we could wait until we could get this this perk here. And that's the Schemer, and that gives you some nice bonuses. You get the +5 intrigue, hostile scheme power goes up by +25%. So could wait for that. But yeah, I think that would take too long. Let me just see. Let me hover over this. It's going to be 14 months. We could keep it going. Yeah, why not? Why risk it? So let's just do the Find Secrets again. And then we'll just delay. There's always the chance it'll be discovered, but this is not like an assassination that we're like... It was more out of revenge. Because he kidnapped our wife. So a hybrid culture was formed. Looks like that was in Iberia. And a meal to die for. So there's our attempt to assassinate him, but we're going to prolong it for a little while longer. At the very least to see if we find any secrets here. But yeah, probably until... I'll probably prolong it again. And just wait till we get this completed. Because yeah, that'll increase our chance of success by a lot. We actually become pretty decent at the intrigue once we get that. I mean, we're already good, but yeah, we'll be much better. So it looks like this is going to be our first event for our son's traits. Currently, he's gotten the fickle trait, but we can, of course, change that. Now, remember, this is the one time that roleplay really didn't matter here. We make our decisions based on the character trait that we want for our heir, that we want to play with next, and I'm actually fine with fickle. And it boosts the diplomacy up. Of course, you do lose the stewardship, so there is that. His intrigue goes up, the hostile scheme resistance go up, and it's interesting to play as a fickle character because you just change your mind all the time. The other options would be Raffle. That obviously is not a good one for a diplomacy-focused character, but Marshall is nice. Or you can do the Forgiving, which Forgiving is can be a rough one to have. It does boost diplomacy though, so there's that, and it's virtuous. So I think we're gonna do just leave the fickle probably. Yeah, let's just leave the fickle one. He just changes his mind all the time. He's difficult to predict. So yeah, we'll go with that one. So again, we got the attempt to assassinate him, but we're going to prolong it one more time at the very least. It looks like that fired a little bit quicker than it was supposed to. So we're not able to find a secret. We're going to go ahead and tell him to do it again. Since, you know, we're going to wait until this is done. It's 7 months away. So 7 months to get that, and yeah, we'll have to delay it again. Is there anything here we need to be aware of? It looks like there's some wars we could do. Oh, we could declare war on the Holy Roman Empire. I'm sure that would go well with the 7,000 troops. Aragon is another option. I wonder what war we could do there. Maybe we have a claim here? Perhaps. It's more even war. And Count Robert IV the Honest, that's probably for one of our vassals, I assume. One of our vassals has a claim here. Yeah, Count Ricard has a claim on that county. We'd probably want to just form our own claim if we wanted to, you know, increase our territory that way. Try not to do too much war with this character since he's not really a war focus. You know, he's brave. You know, he's intrigue focus. So again, just going to delay this. But yeah, we could send him over to do the claim. I wouldn't want to give it to him. He already has 2 counties. Giving him a third doesn't sound wise. So yeah, we could just do it there, but let me just take a look. What is this war about that we can do on him? It looks like he has a... Oh, that's the Duke. Okay, so we want to look at the king here. Oh, he's gotten a lot more powerful, hasn't he? Yeah, he's gotten control of this territory here. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. It's an excommunication war because he's excommunicated, so we get to depose him. It looks like the count here also has a claim on that location. Does he have 2 counties already? Let me just take a look here. He just has the 1. So you could do it to get that one. I'm not really looking to advance into Iberia, honestly. So it'd probably be best just switch him up to fabricated claim over here. So that's what we'll do. So do that. Also, we did get this constructed here in Toulouse. So, you know, we switched out the building. So that'll be helpful. We'll get more taxes as well, but we'll actually lose our, you know, 100. I think it was 100 levies we lost. But it makes the men at arms there better. Where before we weren't getting any bonus from that building. So we didn't have the right guy assigned there. So yeah, we'll be building here next with the 150 once we get the money for that. Alright, so we're going to have to delay it one more time because we still don't quite yet have it. It does seem like it's firing quicker than it's supposed to. So yeah, we'll get the secret thing done. Looks like that's it, guys. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and assign him to just support our schemes then. Increases it to 53%. And then we'll wait until we get this done here, which should be soon. Get that in just a few days here. There we go, beautiful. And so that's going to help us quite a bit. We now have the schemer trait. So next, we could move into another tree. Or we could do the seducer or torture. I don't think seducer is one we're going to do for this character. But I can see doing torture, at least somewhat down here. Might not want to go all the way down. There's some nice bonuses, though, if we do so. Yeah, I think we're going to do the torture one next. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to torture people all the time, because, again, it doesn't really fit our character to do so. But when it makes sense, we will. And then we can get some bonuses. So we've got a brother, two different brothers here. That could be allied with. So that one's, it looks like they're going to both be down here, I think. Yeah, they're both down here. Yeah, we don't want to get involved in Iberia, guys, so let's just ignore those alliance abilities. We're not able to sway him. Okay, so we'll have to keep it going. So now we're at 58%. It didn't improve it as much as I thought it would with the hostile scheme power plus 25% and intrigue plus 5. But our intrigue is currently 18 now. But yeah, not a big of a boost as I was expecting here. Alright, well, we're going to fire it off as is anyways. And let's just see if we are successful. And it became the last thing he ever ate. And so that's what you get for kidnapping my wife. Somebody will learn their lesson here. Everybody will know. You don't mess with us or our family, or you will be removed. Removed from power. And sure, I would have dueled him and killed him if that was an option, but it's not. Unfortunately, we can't duel people to the death. Got to go down certain, routes on the hurt trees that we're not going down. And in addition to that, I think it's still only with rivals, and he wasn't our rival. So we do have a faction, just these peasants that are unhappy with us. And there is a hunt over here. We'll see if we can reach it. We will need to hire another caravan master, so let's go and do so. And I suppose we'll point him this time. He's really fast, so there's that bonus. So yeah, we'll point him. And so we should get there. Just barely. Just barely, guys. I don't really want to hire anybody, though. Yeah, maybe we don't make it there in time, but yeah, let's try. So set off. I assume we'll get an event that will delay us, though. But maybe not. Maybe we'll make it. Or maybe not. So chop chop. The massive chopping block in the middle of the logging camp has seen much use. It looks like it's always been there even before man walked this earth. My shoulders are tense and my forearm trembles slightly from built-up stress as I approach the magnificent wooden trunk. I carefully place a piece of discarded timber at the podium, and in one swift motion, I raise my axe. It's just so silly, man. Because, like, we're rushing to this hunt, and then we're going to stop to chop some wood. It's just so silly, man. So this is a prowess challenge. We have a 24% chance that will greatly reduce our stress. A 63% chance That will reduce our stress, but get sore muscles, reducing our prowess. 12% chance that we maim ourselves. Or you say no manual labor is beneath me, and we're brave. So we'll gain stress for doing that. I don't think manual labor is beneath us, but I think this is silly, and we're diligent, and I think we should go. We are stressed out, though. Yeah, I just think it's silly that we're doing this when we're trying to make it to this hunt. It looks like we're still going to make it in time. So let's see what options we have available, because we no longer have stress because we were successful in that. So yeah, maybe just befriend a vassal or brother. He's unhappy because we don't have him in our court or in our council. Yeah, let's befriend our half brother. Why not? Alright, so as we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, yeah, we don't need to read this one here. But Count Jourdain remains totally unaware of my plan to befriend him. Our plot. So, looks like we're ready to go. Oh, so we're hawking. We're going after a goose, it seems. Alright. So yeah, that's probably the reason why. Maybe why you can't slay the beasts is because these were all the falcon ones. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because yeah, I was like, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't slay the beast in that last option, and that's probably what it was. I didn't realize that it was a falcon one until we got some of those events, obviously. So we've seen this event before, so we could get the hunting raptor to increase our success chance here on the falconry, and it's nice to get the prestige and the vassal one. It's pretty good to get that, honestly. You could just give it to Jourdain because, you know, we're trying to make a friendship with him, but yeah, I feel like we would take it ourselves rather than giving it off to him. The same event we got last time with our befriend attempt, and so let's see which one would be best for him. He is athletic with a good prowess, so yeah, maybe this is the best option for him. Social side, yeah, probably not the good one. The compassion side, he's not compassionate. I'd rather be doing something useful. Obviously, we don't want to do that one. Or a well-managed. Yeah, we tried that one as well. He actually does have decent stewardship, so he might like that one. Yeah, I'd say it'd probably be one of these two here. Let's go with the active side, though. And did we fail again? Yeah, we failed again. I mean, we have such a low diplomacy. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. We're not good at making friends, guys. So I don't think we've seen this one. So there's a clear sight line to a flock of brown geese watering themselves in a pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. So it was, you know, similar to the one we read. We're going after geese this time, though. So we'll see if the hunt is successful or not. So again, very similar event, it looks like here. Yeah, it's the same as the one we had before because the hunt has again failed. So we just get the 5 experience, unfortunately, and we were not successful in befriending Count Jourdain. So we're slowly increasing our falconeer. Yeah, that goes up really slow when you're not successful. So that hasn't been going well. We're on our way back home, and an event about a knight errant. So yeah, he's decent, and he's a good commander. Interestingly, he only has 2 personality traits, just brave and arrogant. But he's a really good commander. So Pierre says, "My lord," bowing his head, "it is most fortunate you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I am in search of a marvelous fountain which water is said to cure all illnesses. If you are to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you." So Altitudes is quick to interrupt. So she's our former caravan master. Surprised she's still following us around here. She said, "Wait, my lord, I know this knight. It's Pierre Remin." Okay. So we could say, "I shall never leave a knight unattended. Lead the way." Yeah, that's what we do. Could just force him to join the court, but I think he might join if we do this way anyway. I've seen this event before. It does depend on how it goes, I believe. So the night leads us to a small clearing where a natural fountain glimmers. The light reflects on its surface with a blissful shimmer, and it makes the water look so bright that it feels like a second sun. Careful, a beast, a guardian. The knight points at a stag standing between us and the fountain. So here's the healing water. This is an inventory artifact, which reduces your stress game. So we can say, don't fear, I shall fight it. Probably makes the most sense as a brave character. 50% chance that we kill the beast, and then we'll gain the knight errant training, increase our knight effectiveness, and then he becomes the owner of this healing water. 50% chance that we'll get wounded. The beast wounds us. Either way, he's going to join our court with this option. I think he joins with this option as well, but not with this one, which we wouldn't do anyways. We can instead say, I'll distract it, you get the water. So we'll distract instead of fight it. So we have a higher chance of success because it's an intrigue challenge. And then we'll gain the healing water legend, monthly piety per night. I mean, it is a higher chance of success, but we're brave. You see, we're going to gain a bunch of stress. Yeah, I think we'll just fight it. We'll fight the deer. Fighting deer always goes well. I don't know if you've seen those videos on YouTube. It goes great. So it looks like we were unsuccessful. Got wounded. But he still joined us, which is what's important here. So we have a good night, and we were apparently got a good wound treatment. So our doctor didn't make it worse. So that would be... Well, maybe he's not in here. I thought he joined us. You know what? I don't know what his martial was. He was a good commander. I was expecting like a really high prowess. Yeah, I don't know what his prowess was. He just had a really good martial, like a 26 martial. So, a new flame. Over the years, I've received a great deal of portraits from various noblewomen, both foreign and local. Until now, they have mostly gathered dust in some attic. Perhaps I should bring them out and select my next romantic pursuit. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure. Were we looking for a romantic pursuit? So we could say I could picture myself with someone new. Or they are too pretentious for my taste. I'll be picky about partners. I mean, we're like best friends with our wife. I don't know why we'd do that. I would like to romance her, but I feel like you gotta get this completed. That's important. You get the levies of money from him. You don't get much from him, because there's not a lot of church lands here, but still. I think we should get it completed. And these are just those peasants, guys. So no concern about that. Yeah, I think we'll have to go speed it up a little bit. Alright, so remember, this is going to cost us money that we were saving up, but gives us that claim. So we can declare war for that territory. Well, we do need to build a war chest regardless, so let's try and figure out if I wanted to do the war now. We'll just wait. Toulouse's Lament. We need those resources for the troops. If one small village in Toulouse has to starve. The heated argument between my counselors follows me out of the room, and Farron, the representative from Toulouse, greets me with tired eyes as I approach. So this is our bishop here. So here the decree will force them to leave you alone. This is an intrigue. Lifestyle experience bonus. And we'll get increased development in the county of Toulouse, which we are boosting development. We should take a look and see how our progress is going there. But he'll lose respect for us. Or what is one village in the grand scheme of things? We'll gain prestige and increase levies. But we'll actually lose development growth. Yeah, I don't feel like we'd say that. We're a diligent character. Yeah, we'll go with this one. And the development here is at 11. So we boosted it by 1 so far. Just take a look at his progress. He's got 2 years left to boost it to 12. He's still trying to get the control up here. It's almost done though. So then we can get him doing something else. Yeah, we're at 99 now. 100. There we go. We're just talking about that, and he completed the task. Alright, excellent. So we got control fully boosted there. So next, let's have him... Let's do the train commander since we're going to go to war. The Stolen Keg. So this is just the event for the next trait, so yeah, we won't read these. And so we can make him diligent, like ourselves. Diligent's a fantastic trait, obviously. So Nice way to go, I suppose. You could also make him gregarious, which I think fits more for him, and we've already played as a diligent character, you know, as good as the trait is, with that stewardship and diplomacy and learning bonuses, everything it grants you, it's great. I think it makes more sense to go with the gregarious for our son, and then there's the temperate instead. But I think we'll go with the gregarious. Now listen, drink is the key to merriment and fun. That's what we're going to go with. Alright, so he's going to be a gregarious character. Enjoy spending time with other people, which is great for his diplomacy-minded education. And it looks like we're going to have this rebellion now. Yeah. So we'll lose the control regardless. So we'll have to, again, set our... Oops. Let's rally the troops. So again, we have to set them up to increase control, though he might not be able to do it yet. Yeah, he can't do it yet. So I'll have to wait a second. Let's just move this a little bit closer. And then go ahead and raise our army up here. And get these guys wiped out. We'll pick who's going to lead. This is our new character. Probably makes most sense to have him lead. He's fantastic. With that 26 commander advantage. No traits, it looks like. Except for, you know, obviously this one, which doesn't help much unless you're fighting like the Crusade or something. Alright, so again, this will be a decisive win. Nice, quick. Just put down the rebellion. And then we'll be done with this. And is there anything here that we need to be aware of? Just that we can call Count Guy into this conflict, which we obviously don't need him here. Well, let's go ahead and get the control going back up into Toulouse now. And we'll want to go ahead and disband our troops, but let's just go and end the war first, so we get the nice button to do it. Alright, so let's go into our prisoners here. This guy's still there. He's been in there for 15 years. He's never going to get out. he won't accept anything. He would be recruited, but he's useless. Why would you want to recruit him? Yeah, he won't give you the hook, so yeah, that's what he wants to do. He likes it in the prison, apparently. So yeah, we could let this guy out for a hook. What's nice about these characters is that they're often pretty decent as knights. You can kind of like reward them. Like if you're a vengeful character, I feel that you can't recruit them, because, you know, you want revenge for them rebelling against you. But yeah, a character like ourselves, I mean, yeah, you could just kill him because he's a criminal. You gotta spend piety to do that. Maybe you can make the argument that a diligent character would do that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think we'll go with the recruit. Because, yeah, they make great knights. He's really stupid, apparently. That's okay. You ain't gotta be smart to be a knight. He's vengeful himself. Yeah, let's go and recruit him. And interesting, he's not lowborn either. Even though it says he's a peasant leader, he led the peasants, but he's not lowborn. So, confused heritage. So, what is this about? Something in Barcelona. For days I've been obsessing over Barcelona's lineage, and now I'm certain there's no way Duke Pierre can conclusively prove the fatherhood of his son and heir, Ramir. Where is the lack of evidence? Where there is a lack of evidence can be planted. It's time for me to write a new truth for Ramir's origin. Why would we want to do that? So we can do it. Intrigue challenge against the Duke. Instead make this mayor out to be the father. Why would we do that? I don't think we're going to do any of that. All this dynastic history must be good for something else. And then we'll just get some renown. Yeah, let's do that. He did accept, of course, so he's going to be one of our knights now. Okay, so we could do this war. Does he have any allies? He does. He has 871 troops. His ally has 758. 420 there. So they're going to have similar numbers to us unless we pull in an ally. So let's make sure we get as many bonuses as we can. So get the numbers boosted back up. We got to get the control increased again. So we're not going to declare war just yet. Since, yeah, he actually does have allies. It's not going to be as easy to pick on him as it was last time. And we can designate a guardian for our other son. Okay, so we haven't even selected his education yet or seen what his childhood trait is. It's curious. Okay. So he currently has the learning focus, which we could give him to the church because he is a curious character, so you could do that. Or you could have him do the diplomacy, which we already have our other son doing. So we'll do the learning education. Just leave him on that. And he might not want to go to church, go to the church and become a monk because he's set to inherit stuff. We'll just have to see what happens there. He does have this other... Oh, okay, I see. So he's the one who learned the other language, not this son. Okay, I just looked at it wrong. Okay, so our wife didn't teach our son the other language. You know, there's the two French languages, the one in the south and the one in the north, which you could say that one's ours. And then if you just look at the French one, that one's theirs. So very similar look to them, but yeah, they're two different languages here. So Philip, the king here, he's 36 years old now. He's got a little brood of children at this point. He has a daughter. She's 14, but she's already betrothed to just some random bastard. That's weird. Okay, it looks like he was the son of the Duke. Brother of the former Duke, who was murdered by somebody. Huh, maybe this title since have been removed from their family. And so I wanted to see what was going on here in Anjou. Okay, so he did die. And she took over, and he has not died yet at 77 years old. He hasn't given her any children yet. Her sister's currently the heir. Could arrange a marriage for the daughter, or excuse me, the sister Elizabeth. That would be an option. But now I'm thinking of having our other son go to the church. I didn't know what trait he'd get, and if that's what he'd want to do. We don't have a guardian for him. We looked at that. We didn't actually get him a guardian. So you want somebody who's really good at learning. So let me just see here. This could be one way for us to boost opinion with the bishop here. But he's got to be a good bishop because I want him to get good traits that would result in him going to the church. And while he does have good learning, so that's great, he does not have good Christian traits here, virtues. So probably not the best option, guys. We could go ahead and appoint somebody else that has good learning. Let me just see here. Educate child. We could do it ourselves as well. Our learning isn't terrible. It could be much worse. We might not have any other better options unless we send them outside of the realm. Yeah, maybe we'll just educate our son ourselves since we can do two children at the same time. Yeah, let's just do that, guys. Because there's not really too many good options there. But yeah, if we can get him to go to the church, that's always nice. I really like when you can do that because, first of all, it's incredibly realistic. Often, second and third sons were, given to the church. Would become, they might become a monk. More often than not, though, they're trying to get into a bishop position or something like that. But yeah, sometimes they joined monasteries. But yeah, that's really realistic. And also, it does result in you not having to split the inheritance of with your other son. In game terms, of course, we are still at a point where we could definitely have other children. She's only 29, our wife. So another hunt that we can participate in. Where is this one located? Is this one far away or something? Count Herbert. Yeah, this one's really far away. So we were invited, so because we were invited, we're able to go all the way up there. But yeah, we're not going to participate in a hunt so damn far away. That's too far, my friends. Too far. Yeah, we're just going to keep building up, getting ready for this conflict. Let's get this control up. Let's get that boosted. So we'll have our full levies. And then we can get our marshal back on that one job. And then we'll do the war. There is a tournament that we can actually join. It's down here. I would really like to participate, though it doesn't look like we're going to have enough time now without spending some money, because, yeah, I guess I didn't play in too long. It said we could join it. So we'd have to spend some money to get there in time. Of course, this is in Muslim lands, something to consider. And this is one of the reasons I'd really like to get the stables. Because with the stables, you could do the superior mounts, and it increases travel speed by a lot. So that'd be really helpful if we could do that. So we really need to get those stables, but yeah, we can't make it in time. But yeah, I do want to participate in a tournament, because those are really cool. Like I said, we might not be able to do it unless we throw it ourselves. That's what it seems like. Which is a shame, because that's, you know, obviously not realistic and not what I think Paradox was intending for this feature. Maybe you guys have had more success. I think it also depends on where you're at. You know, we're all the way down here in the south, so we're kind of far away from any tournaments that are going around here. You can't make it to them. There also isn't as many tournaments at this point of the game as a little bit later, because people just don't have as much money, and so there's more tournaments a bit later. So you know, it might have increased chance of success of getting to those tournaments later. But you know, here in this early game, I've not had much chance at all going to other people's tournaments. So unfortunately, that does have to be the end of today's episode. In the next video, which remember will not be until Tuesday, as usual, we'll not have a Monday episode. But in that next episode, we'll declare war on our neighbors to the north, try and get ourselves another county. And remember, that will be on Tuesday. So I do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.